I'm DaniSurname and welcome to my first photography showcase for December 2013. It is now January 2014. Happy New Year everybody! I'm aware I haven't said that yet. Happy New Year. I hope it brings you many bright opportunities, fresh new experiences, much joy and love to everybody out there. This will probably be a little bit stunted. I probably won't say anything terribly intelligent because it's my first photography showcase, so give me time to put together a system. It'll also be quite a short episode because I didn't do that much last month. So I'm going to show you a new photography book that arrived today, which I'm very excited about. On to the pictures. I'm going to grab my iPad so I know what I'm talking about. Okay, the first images that I'm going to show you are from my birthday weekend when I went to Durham with some family. We went to the cathedral and we walked down by the river. I'm really glad that I got to shoot the cathedral. Very pleased, the images feel warm, reminding me what a good time I had. The next are of a very different subject. There were some lilies in the kitchen that were dying, and as they died and decayed, their leaves turned purple, which I thought was quite beautiful, and oddly so, as they're dying. So I had fun framing the colours and showing that even though they were a dying organism, they were still beautiful. We also had some dying orchids, although they looked marginally less beautiful. I was carrying them over to the newly plastered kitchen wall to shoot them, and just caught them under the spotlights and ping, inspiration. So I decided to backlight them, and I am so pleased with this image. I love it. I like shooting flowers, but they're difficult to do in interesting ways. And I've never backlit anything before. The only time I've ever worked with backlighting is on stage, and I really like the effect, so it's something I'll try again soon. I finished carrying the orchids to the plastered wall, and I am less pleased with that image because I feel that it's quite bland. I like the shadows, but the colours are quite plain. I think it would have looked much nicer with a white wall and brightly coloured orchids. The three sets of images that I took that day, the orchids from the last two images, and the next one that I'll show you, I decided to play around with the canvas size just to see how things looked, and I was intrigued. It added a different element. Also got rid of some dead space. I'm showing you the next one not because I'm proud of it, but actually it's quite bad, but it took me hours to set up. It's a lie, it probably took me only 2 hours. But I really tried to get it right. In the end I was just messing around, and it ended up being completely different from what I set out to do. I'd seen a tutorial for messing around with ink and oil and things inside a glass tank, but I don't have a glass tank, so I used a pint glass. You make do. It didn't really work. I tried paint, but the paint wouldn't hold for long enough, so I ended up turning the water green and trying to capture the spirals. That didn't work, so I put in a bit of cooking oil. And ta-da! I do like the colours, and I like the distinct outlines around the oil circles as well. It's inspiration to try again later. I was trying something abstract, and you live and learn. I wish I could show you the images that I'm looking at now because I'm really pleased of them. I was asked to do some photography for a school event at the Sage, and I'm really pleased with the ones I took, but obviously for legal purposes I wouldn't be able to show you, so just know that they're good and I'm proud of them. And like I said, not very many images this month, which is disappointing as it's the first one. I'm supposed to kick it off with a bang. Ah well. So instead I'll show you this book that arrived today. Spotted it in Waterstones, wanted it there and then, but didn't really have the money. Got it after Christmas. It's Photocrafty by Sue Venables. 75 creative camera projects for you and your digital SLR. I had originally intended to do all 75 projects and do a vlog on each, but a lot of the beginning ones are fundamental and would be for learning purposes only, and I don't think I'd produce anything artistic. So I've decided to vlog the interesting ones that I do, rather than the ones about the rule of thirds and stuff, because that's not going to be interesting for you. But I'm really excited to try out some of this stuff, so I will share. In the meantime, for an up-to-date look at what I'm doing photography-wise, you can head over to my Flickr at www.flickr.com/photos/it started from the deer. The link is down on the floor. Go follow me, go comment on my stuff. Criticism is always helpful, as long as it's phrased nice. And let me know if you're a photography geek too. Give me an ego boost, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.